Well, hey there, friendships. Welcome back to Curtis' Corner. If you're new here, hi, I'm Curtis. This is my corner. Today's Movie Monday is going to be about none other than It Lives Inside. And I've got another special announcement at the end of the video, so you want to stay tuned for that. But if you enjoy creature features, if you enjoy horror movies, if you enjoy hearing me rant and rave, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, stay tuned so you can hear my opinions on the next movie review. So like I said, we are going to be talking about It Lives Inside. Now, It Lives Inside is a film that is based around Indian cultures and beliefs. Was directed by Bishal Datta. This movie, so good. I'm telling you right now, it is so much fun. There's little points in time where you're kind of just thinking, maybe they could have done this a little bit better, but otherwise, for the most part, it's really well done. I thoroughly enjoy the atmosphere, the creepiness, the tension that it brings to the screen. It makes you, for the most part, on the edge of your seat. I enjoyed the performance of Suri as Sam. I think she delivered a great character arc throughout the film, coming from this person who wants to fit in to American life, but also is trying to stay in like the good light of her mom, who is very much not wanting to give up her lifestyle from her hometown of India. I think this was really done well. Visually, it was fun. For the most part, you never actually see the creature that is coming after these people. Obviously, with films like this, you do eventually and will eventually see it. I think the only exception really is It Follows, and that's only because that is an entity that can transform into literally anything. This film, I think, did it perfectly. I think the lead up to the reveal and then the actual reveal of the creature itself is wonderful. And I'm so beyond happy with how they portrayed the creature on film, because it wasn't a big CGI mess. It was all practical effects, and I was so pleased, so happy that we were bringing in practical effects again. I will say my one critique about the creature design itself, I will say the design of the character had some flaws where, like, you couldn't differentiate the top of the head to where the body was, to where the mouth was, to where the eyes were. It all just kind of seemed to morph all together, and I think they could have done something, because they used a lot of similar color tones within the creature. So I think if they had have differentiated it a little bit more, texturalized certain things a little less, some a little more, and just kind of like really even everything out, I think it could have been a much better standout of the film. But with that being said, it's still a really good, effective creature design. Mohana Krishnan as Tamira and Betty Gabriel as Joyce, I found, did not have their actual time to shine properly in the film as they could have. They kind of gave them some time, but not enough to really flesh out their characters. And there's not really any explanation as to why Sam is calling her teacher Joyce by her first name. I don't know if it's just like she's one of those cool hip teachers where she's just like, hey, like, I'm your buddy, like, just call me as is. But I found it was kind of odd in that situation. And Neeru Bajwa, I'm really hoping I'm pronouncing these names correctly, as Purna, she, I found, was very underutilized in this. The entirety of the film, she's just there to kind of be this like negative character where she's Sam's mom and she's trying to look out for the best of her, but at the same time she's almost coming off as like overbearing, not letting her daughter do the things she wants to do, not giving her the free space that she wants as a teen. But then all of a sudden, when her daughter needs help, she switches like this and she's a completely different character and just jumps on board. Like, that was kind of a weird switch in character, but okay. Otherwise, I think the direction of the film was good. The ending leaves it very open and ambiguous, and I really enjoyed that. I found they couldn't really flesh out the original backstory of Sam and Tamira and how they were super close and are super distant now. They touched on it, but it was a very, here's a quick explanation and we're done. They didn't go into like a deeper, more meaningful explanation for it. So that part, I think they just kind of like explained it just to explain, just to keep on moving with the movie. And I found if they spent a little more time on that, spent some time on the actual development of the mother-daughter characters and having the daughter more explain, instead of just being this like rebellious teenager doing what she wants, have her explain more and like really sit down and like talk things out with her mother. I think the film could have been elevated to another level, which could have made it even better than it already is. The final conflict I found was alright. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I think they could have done more, but they did what they could in the time that they had, and I still think it was an effective resolution. I'm just like, this is kind of an odd choice to do, but it was very just, it didn't seem realistic. It did not seem realistic for what was happening. So with all of that being said, I'm going to give It Lives Inside a B+. I think this was a really effective movie. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Do I think you should go and see it in the theater? 100% absolutely. You can spend full price. You can spend cheap night. Doesn't matter. I think you will go in expecting a good movie and you will come out happy with what you receive. So hopefully you enjoyed my review. If you did, make sure you give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I put out weekly videos, and hit that notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video, because if you don't, how else are you going to know when I post? You won't. So do it. Like I said, special announcement. Like I said last week, I have a Patreon. I have got a Ko-fi. I like calling it Ko-fi. I'm going to call it Ko-fi instead of coffee. Links will be in the description below. If you want to show some support, I would really appreciate it. It's really not that much. $2, $3. That's it. And that's Canadian. It's not a whole lot. I promise you, I would never do that to you. I don't want to charge you a lot. Because I know times are tough. Times are tough. And I get it. I get it. And I got you. With Patreon, I think I'm going to be more active on Patreon than I am with Ko-fi, but I want to get you guys more involved. Help me decide what videos to post, the types of films you want me to review, types of makeup looks you want to see from me, all that fun stuff. I've got like a whole bunch of things planned already for September, but I do have a poll right now for my first video in October, so if you are interested, please go to the link and check that out. And then also head over to my TikTok and Instagram and check out my review on No One Will Save You, the brand new home invasion alien film that was just released to Hulu and Disney+. So I will see you on the next movie review, but until then, bye friendships.